but it was anything but a good match. The match was a disaster, but something unbelievable happened at Survivor Series, and it was Brock Lesnar's idea. But there is one mistake WWE made during this entire feud. Now what's that mistake? Let me explain. If we are talking about Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, we certainly need to talk about the Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens storyline. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho had an amazing run as best friends, always together. But then Jericho accepted a Universal title match on Owens' behalf, which was probably the final nail in the coffin.
Because at Fastlane, it's Goldberg versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal Championship.
Their friendship came to an end as Kevin Owens turned on Chris Jericho on the night of the Festival of Friendship. But the match was still on. Goldberg basically squashed Kevin Owens in about a minute due to an interruption by Chris Jericho, and he won the Universal title at Fastlane. WWE did the right thing by striking the iron when it's hot. But did Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar need a title? Probably not. The feud was hot anyway. Plus, adding a title just complicated things. Goldberg was a part-timer. Brock Lesnar was a part-timer himself. So, having a title match between those two, a part-timer champ was again going to hold the Universal title. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho had an engaging story as well. They deserve to have their moment at WrestleMania, considering how long WWE pursued with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Anyways, even before Goldberg won the title, Brock Lesnar had already challenged Goldberg for one final time.
Brock Lesnar hereby challenges Goldberg one final time at WrestleMania.
This time, it was Brock Lesnar's legacy on the line. No opponent had beat him twice, and Goldberg had his number every time they stepped foot in the ring. So, for one last time, these two faced off where it all began. WrestleMania. 12 years ago, it was a disaster. The occasion was perfect to right the wrong, and you kinda knew what was gonna happen, but still, there was some drama involved. It was about 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, a classic Goldberg match. Brock Lesnar took Goldberg to Suplex City, and after a little back and forth, Brock Lesnar freakishly leapfrogged over Goldberg, and the rest was history. Brock Lesnar finally got his revenge. Brock Lesnar finally beat Goldberg. They always say never when it comes to WWE. The sheer timing of Goldberg returning and the fans welcoming him with open arms after the disaster at WrestleMania 20 just tells you how passionate we fans are. We made that feud work. If nobody had cared about the return of Goldberg, WWE themselves wouldn't have cared. They could have had another disaster at Survivor Series. But not only this feud helped Goldberg, that guy is still wrestling. So much so for your last, I guess. And that's why Goldberg vs Brock Lesnar was so damn special. 12 years ago, it was a disaster. But 12 years later, they proved the haters wrong. Goldberg vs Brock Lesnar was a disaster made right. Like, share, comment and subscribe. I am Hari from Wrestling Scenarios signing off. And I will see you guys in the next one.